Hello, everybody. Today we are going to see some of the things where we recorded some of the planets. Okay. Today I saw two or three of the planets today. I just wanted to show you how it looks like. Let's see some of the things. Okay. This is not the one. Last time we saw some other planets. This time we are going to see some other planets. Okay. So I just went out and zoomed at some of the stars like thing. Okay, there are about so many other kinds of the brightest one I just saw, and then started looking at those things and then finding out trying to figure out where the planets are. Okay, this planet figuring out usually something is extremely bright kind of star, then it might be a planet. So first we have to assume that these type things might be there. So early morning would be a very good time, and usually when it is not too cloudy, and if it's already rained or something like that, and if the clouds are extremely clear, the sky is extremely clear, then you can see some of the planets. Okay, so today I'm trying to focus some of the planets out there. Okay, this is one of the things. This might be Mercury, Venus, or it might be Mars or Jupiter. But first thing I wanted to show you whether it's a planet or a star or something. Usually stars are extremely small. Okay, some of the things right now I'm showing is like you have to find out whether it is the kind of planet, which planet it is, and where it is located, and things like that. For that, you have to do stargazing. You have to take a camera, find the focus, find the video, and other things. Okay. Now here I am seeing some other things which are like these are the kind of planets. So this is one of the planets. Okay, this might be Mercury or Venus, but I'm not very sure. But still, you can see the planet very clearly, right? In the center. See, this is a planet actually. So see, it is almost like round shape. Because I'm not able to focus it properly, because I don't have that kind of very good quality camera or something like that. This is very clearly a planet. So this planet might be Mercury or Venus. So usually it is Mercury. Okay. Mercury is usually extremely bright. That is why it is Mercury. Now I'm trying to
Today we're
focus
going
on
to see
some
some
other
other
planets.
planets. Okay, I think this is Mercury. Okay, this is Mercury. Okay, this is Mercury. Okay, I think this is Mercury. Maybe part of the galaxy or something like that. Too much to go, so I cannot see. So this is Venus, I think. This is Venus. Okay, we saw Mercury. Now we are seeing Venus. Okay, because it's cloudy, we are seeing two planets today. So Mercury, then Venus, then we can see Mars also, I think. This is Mars, okay. Mercury, Venus, Mars, okay. We are seeing three planets today. Mercury, Venus, and Mars, okay. Though there is blinking because it's cloudy, you cannot see properly. But you can see all the three planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, okay. So this is the kind of thing which you have to see on the thing. So nearby things, when you see something, these are might be a planet kind of thing. So at this point, you have to see whether it's a planet or a star or something like that. So first thing you have to see whether it's a planet. So mostly it can be planets. Okay. So mostly I think it is a planet.
So some of the things we are seeing right now is Mercury, Venus.
This is another planet, Mercury, Venus. I think it is Neptune or Pluto or something. Okay, let's see. This is another planet. This is another planet. So this is Jupiter, I think. This is Jupiter. Okay, this is Jupiter. Okay, this is Jupiter. So today we can see almost 4 or 5
Okay, last time we saw some of the planets like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and other things. Okay, so this might be some of the planets that we saw right now, and we come out of it. Okay, some of the things we saw. Okay, right now we go into back again into lecture notes where we can see other things. Okay, so Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and other things you can see. Okay, so trying to identify the planets is just trying to find out the biggest star kind of thing locations. It looks like a star only, so you have to identify around early in the morning or clear sky and things like that. So that time you can see all the things. Okay, most of the things are very clear during that time. So some of the things, star clusters and other things, they really look some of the things. So today I wanted to show you some of the scaling. Okay, scaling is what? Scaling is how far, how distant, and things like that. Okay, so I took one of those pictures around here and I wanted to show you. Oh, this is around um, uh, 1.5 million kilometers, 1.5 billion kilometers. Okay, so this is actually the might be it's the diameter or yeah, diameter. Okay, diameter of the sun is around dwarf star. Okay, diameter of the dwarf star is around uh, how many kilometers? Units, tens, 100,000, 10,000. So 90,000 kilometers, then 90,000, then 5 500,000 kilometers or 600,000 kilometers. Then after that, it is 1 million kilometers. Okay, 1 million kilometers or 1 lakh kilometers or 1 million kilometers. So it is around 1 million kilometers. Usually the stars says. So it is 1 million kilometers, and Jupiter 1 million kilometers in diameter, and Jupiter is around 10, 50,000 or 10,000 kilometers. Okay, so the smallest thing you see here is the Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, Jupiter and Saturn are really extremely huge. Okay, Uranus, Jupiter and Saturn are extremely huge. So that is why it looks like a dot, and that looks like a football, and this looks like a tennis ball. Okay, now this is sun comparison to the kind of planets. Okay, this is a size comparison of the sun to the planet. So usually the star compared to the planets is almost like this. Then you go further, then there are other things. Okay, which are called bigger suns. Okay, because these are bigger suns, and which you can't see right now. Okay, there are other bigger suns. Now the whole point of all these things is where there are objects out there which are 10,000 times, 20,000 times, 30,000 times, and the scaling is extremely huge. The size is also varying, and how do you qualify all these sizes is very difficult. All the planets and how. So usually they give different names based on sizes. Okay, size is a kind of thing which is identifies as whether it is an asteroid or it is a satellite for a particular planet, or what is a planet. Usually the planets are around 10 or 20,000 kilometers, 30,000 kilometers, 50,000 kilometers. So the minimum is around 10,000 or 15,000 kilometers, then only it is called a planet. Then less than that, around 5,000 kilometers, 6,000 kilometers, these are called moons. Okay, and less than that, around 5 kilometers, 2 kilometers, uh, objects are called asteroids. Okay, that's 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer. So 2 kilometer, 1 kilometer asteroid is like a mountain. Okay, if you throw a mountain in air, okay, that is the size of asteroid. So usually asteroids are almost that size. Okay, less than those fine dust won't stay in space. They actually fall into the asteroids, or they fall into the planets, or they fall into sun, or they fall into other kinds of things. So when you see an asteroid, it is the size of a mountain. Okay, it will be size of the mountains. Okay, so the asteroid belts and other things, they have the size of an the size of usually asteroids are extremely huge. That is why you should think that asteroids are extremely very small dust-like thing. Okay, usually the dust fall off. Okay, only big huge things stay at interstellar things. Okay, so like a mountain-like thing. So these mountains sometimes, these asteroids sometimes break and fall towards the earth and other things. Okay, these are asteroids are like kind of things which fall towards the earth as a kind of dust and other things. Okay, we go with some of the things which we wanted to see. I haven't seen some of the other things, but still we want to see what is the size comparison and other things. There was some one thing where we had good size comparison, other things. Okay, we want to show you what is the thing. Okay, planets. If you take planets, we take you have. Okay, these are size ordering of the planets. Okay, some of the things are put in National Geographic. So if you want to go refer to some of the things, you can go refer to solar system in National Geographic. They'll tell you what is the kind of things and other things. Okay. Usually when you see a star cluster, the huge number of things which fall on a particular area, they form a kind of straight line kind of thing or a cloud kind of thing. That is where all the planets, star systems and other things are there. Okay, and most of the things are available in the east or the west. Okay, they form a horizontal line kind of thing, and that when we have too many star clusters, then it might be galaxies and other things. Okay, so I wanted to some of the lecture series, the lecture notes where you can go have a look at it. There's plenty of things which come on the internet, so you can go and see some of the things. Okay, now universe size comparison, the universe is like around how many kilometers? It's like too many, too long. Actually, it is the universe looks somewhat like this. Okay, so if you want to see a universe, it looks like this. Okay, this is how a galaxy looks like. This is called the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is still further. If you extend it, the galaxy Milky Way, then galaxies usually look like so. Milky Way also looks like a galaxy, so it is also looks like that. Okay, the universe also looks like a galaxy, so you don't have to think that the universe looks like something else. So usually the universe looks like a galaxy. So the same picture how a galaxy looks like, it is the same kind of picture. This is how a universe looks like. Okay, so after the Big Bang you have universe looks like that. So you don't have to worry that the universe has some other shape or something like. It actually shape of the galaxy, that is called the universe. Universe is a huge thing, so you cannot see all the things. So you just see part of it, and that's why these are the kinds of things. The Big Bang also is supposed to have been like a big huge blast, which was like a galaxy. Okay, if we can identify a galaxy in the star clusters, then you can easily identify how our universe looks like. Universe also looks like a huge kind of galaxy. Okay, so though it has plenty of galaxies inside, but on the whole it looks like a huge galaxy. Okay, with galaxies as part of it. Okay, and we are in one of those galaxies. Okay, okay, that's all for today. I think you have some of the idea. So this is how exactly it looks like. Okay, I wanted to show you how it looks like. So this is how exactly it looks like. Okay. So, so a galaxy looks somewhat like this. Okay, our universe also looks somewhat like this. Okay, it has got a cluster where it sends a huge black hole is there at the center, and all the galaxies are spinning around it. That is how a galaxy. That is how the universe looks like. Universe as center as a huge black hole, or a cluster of black holes are there at the center, and after that it has all the sun, stars and other galaxies around it, which are flying like this. Okay, like a disk, spiral disk or something like that. Okay, this is how it goes on and on forever, and it's got a huge thing, and it is going. So the visible part is only a part of it. So you say you are in one of those galaxy link. Okay, so the visible part is only that particular part of the galaxy which you are seeing. Okay, So, if you take the whole universe as a kind of galaxies after galaxies, then you put all the galaxy clusters into a single huge galaxy right in the center with a black hole or something like huge extra black holes and other things, then it looks like the universe. The universe, part of it only the astronomers can see. So, the entirety cannot be seen. So, we are just part of the partly what we are looking at part of the galaxy is like what we see our universes. Beyond that, you cannot see the entire universe. Okay, that's all. Because light cannot enter there, so we cannot see entirety. Okay, that's I think that must be enough of how we can see certain things and other things. Okay, this is all for today. So we'll look at this is some of the size comparisons, how it looks like and things like. So this is like balls and other things that you can. Usually this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is one of the biggest thing which you have to see. Okay, you see a kind of thing moving around, a huge cloud kind of thing moving around. Okay, most of the galaxy, sun, stars, everything stays right there. Okay, if you see some of the things like there are other planets I wanted to show you which is not available right here, so I cannot show you all the things. There are different kinds of telescopes they have used. Okay, this is called Hubble telescope, infrared telescope, ultraviolet telescope, then space telescopes are there. There are spinning telescopes which take ultra spinning model and then calculate and take the picture and calculate and then finally send you the fine pictures of the galaxies and other things. Okay, they are put in space sometimes, they are put in earth sometimes. Some are using radio waves, some are using earth waves, some are using laser waves, some are using some other kinds of waves to calculate all the things. So infrared spectroscopy and ultraviolet spectroscopy, these are the things which are sometimes used. Radio spectroscopy, most of the space travel is done by radio spectroscopy. What is the radio spectrum? There is something called radio spectrum. Okay, you have to know what is a radio spectrum. Okay, radio spectrum comes in under if you have ultraviolet, you have light, X-ray, gamma ray, X-rays or gamma rays, and below, if you go below light, then you have infrared, then radio waves. Okay, so below infrared you have what are called radio waves. These radio waves are all generating. I told you how radio waves are generated. So this is part of the radio waves which are there. Okay, so usually astronomers and other people use radio waves to find out what is there in the universe. Okay, so telescopes don't think that they usually use only light. There are radio wave lights. For communication, everything they use only radio waves. Radio waves are very useful in satellite communication and other kinds of things. Okay, so if you want to send a rocket or other things, you can communicate only through radio waves. Okay, because other things are very difficult. Light is very difficult because sometimes laser is used for communication, but laser is very difficult for long distance. So radio waves are extremely huge, so around 10 centimeter or 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter kind of wavelength. Okay, so but beyond, if you want to go further, so if you radio waves can go up to a distance of you can detect sizes up to a distance of about half a light year or something like that. Okay, because beyond that radio waves cannot be used for communication. Communication is usually you get delays in communication. That is why you cannot see all the things. Okay, these delays in communication is what you can't see much. So that is why we cannot use other than radio communications and other things. Light might be used for some time, but beyond that you cannot use radio communication. Also you cannot use beyond a certain distance because the time lapse is extremely huge. So what they do is they take the photographs and send it through radio waves. Radio waves takes almost 6 minutes or 10 minutes from moon to earth, and even some of the things we go to distant planet, it takes a delay about a half an hour or 1 hour. And if you go still further and further, it will be almost a month. If you If we go out of the solar system, it will be for a radio wave to reach Earth, it will be around like a month or something like that. Okay, that is why radio is very difficult. And you see all the antennas and other things, they are the ones which are receiving all the radio waves. So for communication it's extremely difficult because you have to have some kind of intermediate, so they use some kind of reflection and other things to reach the earth. So radio waves get reflected in different things, and then they reach earth, and then they capture those things and then use it for communication. So you have to know. Today we are going to look at what are the things which is a size comparison, some of the moons, some of the planets, like Mercury, Venus, and Mars and Jupiter. So 3 or 4 planets I showed you. Then after that, what we saw is like size comparison, how it looks like, what is the black hole and things like that. What are the galaxy looks like? It's a huge, enormous galaxy that goes on. So the galaxy is the one which is kind of thing which is extremely huge. Okay. After that, what else is there? So this much is enough for as a kind of like introduction to the kind of things which you when you do space studies and other things. Later we will go into technologies of building. Technologies of building is very difficult process. Okay, how they do all these technologies. First thing you have to know, you always should have telescope, radioscopes, and other kind of scopes to navigate. Okay, navigation is a very important thing in space technology. Navigation and communication. Okay, these things they are used by radio waves and other things. Okay, so these are very extreme. If you make a mistake in those things, you cannot navigate. Okay, it is like stop signal. Like, you have a stop signal somewhere, you can see the stop signal, then you can stop. Otherwise, how can you stop? Like that only. Okay, that is enough for today. So we'll go into another lecture sometime later. So I just want to show you comparison and where you can look for some of the information, other kinds of information which you want to go into any kind of details, you can go there and have it. That's all for today.